what is stuff that's going to liberate me and bring me back to my best self? That's the Most High. You fell down from that.
That's what I'm really.
That's all that matters. Yeah. Real, bro. That's all that matters.
That's why I came here seeking for.
You on the right place.
But you learn to free you teach somebody else.
There you go.
Each one teach one.
Each one. That's it. That's it. So that's it. It's going like, see, you come in here, this Homeland Village is like a big fire, bro. But everybody can't get close. If it hurt the eyes, it's too bright for them.
Get brought up.
But you here. Yeah, but you come in here, you put your torch in here, see? And then you go back to your place and light some little candle. Quietly and effectively.
I been official, big dog in the yard, voted more likely to murder every birthday.
Looking from behind your clothes eye, there you go. Now, if you trace that right on back, you'll trace it right here, man, to the pineal gland. We also call it the third eye. See, now you just, with this knowledge, you've skipped over all these other chakras, man. You went immediately to the sixth chakra. A lot of folks try to raise the chakras up, you know.
Yeah,
this thing, we just skip over all of them and go right to
that's how you basically align all your chakras up when you meditate.
That's what you're doing.
But that's why I always go out into my little spot and get incense and meditate.
It's good. It's good to have a place all the time that you go. Yeah, I have a place in my home that I just use for my meditation, basically. And I go there at night and meditate for an hour before I go to sleep. And I wake up in the morning and do about 2 hours in the morning. So you want to do it, man, if you can afford it. Try to do your meditation, say, between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 and 6 o'clock in the morning. Because it's very quiet. You want to associate with quiet, bro. Because you want to be still and quiet inside, see. It's easier. You less distraction. But if you call out the name, you can call out the name while you're in the supermarket. Well, you know, you sort of do it inside, you know, but you want to be in touch with the Most High all the time. Because this is what cleanses up our consciousness. Because we have to be clean, man. And that's the whole idea. We're dirty, we're fallen, and we have to be cleaned up. And this spiritual practice about cleaning up. If you come in Homeland Village, you look around here in Homeland Village, man, you see your history. And that's what most of us are lacking, bro. Because most of us, especially those of us who took birth among so-called black people in this part of the world, we don't know who we are, man. And we've been taught to say black is bad. We are nothing. You have no history. You have no spirituality. But if you start getting your history and get back to when you find out how intelligent your ancestors were, and they left monuments all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
South America, Asia, Africa, all over. Your ancestors left these monuments, bro. And so the idea is that...
a lot of different answers.
Yeah, found out Imhotep and Christian, all these brothers were blue-black in complexion, brother. And we've been programmed to say black is bad. We found out the most intelligent people walking the face of this earth been black and blue-black and all colors. Ancient people in ancient India, Egypt, they about the color of us in this room right here, man. Some were even lighter than that.
Oh, yeah, they were.
It'd be hard to get lighter than a brother over here now, physically. All kidding aside, though. But when you find out, man, so my ancestors are very intelligent. How did they get so intelligent? There's some people over in Mobile, Alabama, man. They've got the remnants found of the last slave ship to come over here, man. Mobile, they got a little village down in Mobile called the African, you heard of that, the African something like that. Anyway, mother passed the knowledge on to her and her grandma passed on her. But they found out, man, they say that on this slave ship, on this last slave ship, she got the message that the folks, the brothers and sisters on that slave ship, they were chanting and praying, brother. Chanting is when you calling out the name of the Most High. Well, that's all we say. So of course, there are many different methods of meditation, but I recommend from my research, even before I knew about Alabama, call out the name. And that's in all your scriptures, man. Even that's in the Bible. Those who call out the name will be saved. That's constant remembrance. See? You want to be in constant remembrance of the Most High, and that's where you clean up. See, but remember, we're about cleaning that lust, anger, greed, illusion, and madness out of our consciousness. Because that's getting in the way of us and realization of our supreme being. Does that answer your question all right, man? So you left monuments all over the world, brother, and then you got mathematics and all kind of knowledge, man. And this brother here could figure into all that historical stuff, because I'm just dealing with 4 different things, man. Remember the Most High. But I had to go through my history first. I'm still learning more about your history. See, the reason black folks, man, killing each other in these neighborhoods and shit, they don't like what they see in the mirror. They've been taught to hate themselves, man, which is terrible. You know, I mean, that's real, man. And there's been all kind of old wicked forces that tried to break you spiritually. That's the whole idea, to break you spiritually, man. That's an evil thing to do. Trying to break you, man. Make you hate you and make you hate yourself. So you go back and get your history and get your spirituality, then you start healing up again. You can regain your dignity, your integrity, man, your self-respect. See? So you got to go back and get yourself, brother. We have a word in ancient Africa, we call it Sankofa. Go back and get it. Go back and get your stuff, man. Then you can move forward. We got an ancient saying, we say, sometimes the further you back up, the easier it is to go forward. Now, you imagine yourself in a tight parking space. Sometimes you got to back up a lot of time to get out of a tight parking space, right? Yeah. But you got to go back and get your stuff, man. It's not a matter of trying to hate anyone else. It's trying to go back and love yourself, man. You see what I mean? So if you got any religion that's helping you love your God, man, that's all right. See, because you can't even love yourself, you don't love your God. It works together like one hand wash the other, man. Okay? You got another question. Some of us in this room can answer your question.
That was animal, kind of like, you remember the colors I told you I used to see. I think how animals are able to see different types of spirit is the energy color of that spirit.
Well, what about that? I don't know much about that now, but I mean, the thing is that the Most High is as much in the cat as the Most High is within this body right here. See? Because there's nowhere where the Most High is not. Now, we come and say, well, I'm worshiping a man over there, and he died. And you say, well, where is he now? He went to heaven. Wait a minute now. But God ain't got to die. Not the God we worship.
Right.
You follow? That's very important. Really realize that, man. And you say, well, where is he? And he gone. Where is he gone? Like the hard Christian, they say, well, where Krishna? Well, he gone back to go local Vrindavan. Wait a minute, now you want to say God? I can say he might be even an avatar now. But when you talk about Brahman, you talking about that which never died. It's omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. Eternally. You following that, bro? Because if it doesn't last, man, we say it's not even real. Because it doesn't exist. In the pure sense of existence, it never stopped existing. So you have another question, man. Try to ask him here, because some of us here can answer your question. Because you got all the answers within yourself. That's the first thing. You have to be still, be quiet though. The more you're quiet inside, the more you can realize who you are.
But now, my question is now.
Try to meditate, brother, and you have some questions about meditation, let us know, see? Because you want to watch, see, as a meditator, you want to watch your consciousness. See, what they call mind, we call consciousness. There's really no mind at all, man. Those are thoughts inside of your consciousness. So the meditation process is to clean those thoughts out and don't let any more thoughts in there, especially those negative thoughts, trying to make you think bad about yourself. Keep those thoughts out. Your consciousness becomes quiet and pure inside. The more it's quiet, the more it lines up with that supreme being, your own supreme being. And we suffer because of our ignorance about our relationship with our supreme being. But see, the bottom line, when you finish thinking about this stuff, you are your supreme being. You hear me well? It's very important to hear that, because we've been programmed differently. We've been miseducated about this thing, man. You don't have to be angry with anyone, because anger can get in the way of you realizing who you are. So you want to clean all that anger out your consciousness now. And that's what your meditation is about. If you take the calling out the Most High, the name of the Most High all the time, while you're driving your car, while you're sitting in the supermarket, wherever you are, and then that way you're constantly cleaning your consciousness, coming back to pure consciousness again. See? And the more you come back to your pure consciousness again, the more your channel, a clear channel. It's like if you got a mirror, brother, you got a big mirror and it's covered with dust. You have to clean it off, okay, before you see your reflection.
Okay, now I see what you get. That's just like an old TV, clearing the channel on that TV to make everything.
Yeah, good. That's good. And so, too, have you ever been traveling, man, or you been out in the country, and you're trying to get your radio in tune with the local state? You got a lot of static right for a minute, right? But you have to get in tune. So this whole process is about you getting in tune with your supreme being. Law of karma says we reap what we sow. And see, when our consciousness is dirty, when your consciousness is dirty, see, huh?
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, well, here's why. Here, the more we get clean, the less we suffer. See, because those thoughts, those dirty thoughts that come in your consciousness, and see, your feelings come out of your thoughts. Ooh. Watch it now. Your feelings come out of your thought. Your willing comes out of your feeling. You got me so far? And your doing, our doing, comes out of our willing. See? So if the consciousness is dirty, okay? So your dirty thoughts, you're going to have dirty feeling, and dirty feeling, dirty willing, and dirty doing. Dirty doing means we're going to reap those dirty deeds we just did. See, so that karma means you take responsibility for your own condition. Another person, place, thing, or event is just a channel through which your own karma comes back around to you. In other words, we reap what we sow.
So all that get thrown in the universe and they throw it back on us 4 times.
That's right. That's right. So you come back, the shit come back at you, man. But the cleaner you are, the cleaner your consciousness is, you got clean thoughts, see? Clean thought, clean feeling, clean willing, clean doing. Yeah. And so that's why we stop our own suffering and we take responsibility for our condition. Because we say, well, I would be doing all right if it wasn't for this people or that person or whatever. Then we get weaker. Because we put it on someone else. But we say, I'm responsible for my condition. When I take responsibility for my condition, I get stronger, man. So we don't wait for someone else to save us. We the Savior we've been waiting to come. Huh? We are the Savior we've been looking for and waiting for and praying for and stuff, man.
Crazy.
I think.
Wait on somebody say you wait forever.
Huh?
I said, wait on somebody to come save you.
Yeah, I said, when he coming? He's coming soon. And you wait for about 300 or 400 years. I say, man, when he coming? He coming very soon. And like 300 or 400 years. When he coming? Very, very soon. And he said, well, when he coming? In a minute now. Okay, all right. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to save myself. Because you look at all the scriptures, man, they say that God can't help you until you start trying to save yourself.
Exactly.
We got to try to get up off your behind, man, and try to do something for ourselves, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, God can't help us till we try to get up and try to help ourselves.
Hey, that's the pain of you.
What about?
Right there.
No, that's the Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know, he used to live in Macon, you know. Did you know that? But you know the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, don't you?
Well, I heard of his name.
You heard of the Nation of Islam. See, brother, excuse me, I'm just going to force any knowledge on you, but look here, man. I can speak for me, okay? I can speak for me and my experience. And you asked me about my experience, I can tell you about that too. But, man, the reality does never stop existing. So you can have all kind of visions. I've had visions and stuff, man, they come and go. But the only one worth striving for, brother, the only one for putting your effort for is your supreme being. Everything else is temporary, man. Everything is temporary, man. And you can have a lot of beautiful visions, but they don't last. But I can tell you, brother, when you see and experience your supreme being, it's you, brother. And you don't have no doubt about it. It's you. It's you. You don't have no doubt about it, brother. So we say we're experiencing a level of being here. But there's a supreme being that's always higher, and it's you. It's your supreme being. So you got to always think about it. That's what I advocate for my experience. Call out the name. Whatever name you got, if it's helping you get into your supreme being, and whatever religion you got, if it's helping you get to your supreme being, keep it. But call out, find a name you like, man. Like we say Jinyami, that's Allah. Allah is the name of supreme being. Yahweh, those are names. I had a brother, man, I knew. I think y'all about to hear me tell that story. Tell it before. But this brother, man, his name was Jehovah. That was his name. He chanted it all the time. And the last time I talked, the brother was in his 30s, man. The last time I talked, he had been had polio in his life, still had the iron thing on his leg and stuff. But one of the last conversations I had with him, he said he saw love everywhere. He said he saw love coming all out the grass, man, all out the trees. He was seeing that, man. You know, he passed on a few days later, dropped his body a few days later. But his name, the name that he chanted all the time was Jehovah. When I was a boy, when I was a little boy, we had a fellow used to preach, had tent services. We were little boys, we used to peek in the tent. And those ladies being there, man, chanting, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And they fall out on the floor and foam at the mouth. Years later, when I was studying East Bengal, that's in India. I was studying that philosophy, man, and they had people chanting, Krishna, 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 falling out and foaming at the mouth. So take a name, man. Take a name of the Most High. You can chant Allah, 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 Allah. I was chanting Allahu, Allahu, doing the swirling dervish thing, and I cut loose my body, and I looked down at my body. I was staying still, and the body was turning around. I say from my research, my experience, and my observation, man, take a name of the Most High and call it out all the time. In yoga, that's called mantra yoga. Chant those names, man. It's easy, and it keeps you detached from the world. There's a certain point you got to come up out the world, man, and stay detached.
To get reconnected to your higher self.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you said it right. Your higher self, and that's the goal. That's what it's all about. And the more you get attached to your higher self, man, the more you get more intelligence. This stuff is gonna liberate me and bring me back to my best self. That's the Most High. You fell down.
Yeah, that's what I'm really.
That's all that matters. Real, bro. That's all that matters.
That's what I came here seeking for.
You on the right place.
But you learn to free you. You teach somebody else.
There you go.
Each one teach one.
Each one. That's it. That's it. So that's it. Go like. See, you come in here. This Homeland Village is like a big fire, bro. But everybody can't get close. If they hurt their eyes, it's too bright for them.
Get brought up.
But but you come in here, you put your torch in here, see? And then you go back to your place and light some little candle. Quietly and effectively. We're not about shaking the boat. No, we just developing our divine nature, bro. And this can benefit everyone, not just human beings. Because see, the supreme being that we worship, it's the supreme being all over this universe. And there are other forces in this universe, bro. See? Yeah. We're not just out here for human beings. What the speaker talking about, a race thing. That's a real little big thing, bro. But everything wants to be free. Everything out there wants to be free. Shoot.
You were born.
Yeah. But some of us is just as wrong to keep a goldfish in a bowl as to keep a human being in slavery. Man.
I be an official, big dog in the yard, voting most likely